Hello, gorgeous people. Welcome back to another fantastic show here on Crafters TV. My name is Joe Reynolds, and this is a launch day. Well, it was a launch day. It still is a launch day. It is. Let's channel that launch day energy because we are looking at brand new Hunkydory items in this show. However, someone may have got their hands on them on Saturday evening, and it turns out very, very popular. Now, I'm not on my own for the next couple of hours. I'm joined by the Queen of Crafters Companion herself, Sara Davis is here.
Hello! Oh, Joe, let me tell you, I am absolutely buzzing for this one. I really, really am. What an absolute canny collection this is. It's tremendous. Clearly, I'm not Sara.
Where's Sara?
You know, yeah, close to her. Just put a dress on or something. Yeah, Hunkydory. Yes, to some of you that maybe didn't get your hands on the buy the show, the full collections, I did get my hands on them Saturday night. I was kicking, I was screaming, and I pulled rank and I got the Hunkydory set on Saturday night during Craft House. Then I went kicking and screaming again, and I got it throughout Wake Up Call this morning, and I sold them out. Sorry, yeah, sold out by the show. So because it's launch day, and I thought, oh, do you know what, let's just go for a triple whammy. I thought, I'm going to pull ranks. So Sara was in the office. Someone might actually want to check on Sara later on, because I might have locked the door so I could do this one. So
he's locked the door, he's lowered up the smoke, he's lowered the blinds, fired up the smoke machine, put the bins out. Honestly, who knows? He's a law unto himself at the moment, isn't he? You might be seeing Sara a little bit later, who knows. Loads of you tuning in already. I can see Deborah's here, Karen, Joe. It is a launch day. The Buy the Show collection, the Butterfly Blue has sold out, but don't worry. Well, do worry, we do have some collections for you, but they're very, very low stock. I'm going to start with the Acorn wood. Now, what you're going to receive in here is you are going to get the luxury topper collection. And what you've got in here is 8 sheets of your foiled and die cut toppers within here, which is absolutely awesome. That's 4 sheets there. You're going to get the same again. You're then going to get the cardstock. So you're going to get 4 of the printed, 8 of the printed, 8 of the printed and foiled accents. So that's half of it. You get basically 4 designs, 2 of each. So you're going to get exactly the same again as you are seeing just there. What you're also going to receive is this, and it is a 6x6 Acorn wood paper pad. Double-sided as well, which is fantastic. So it's all colour coordinated there for you and ready to go. You're going to receive that in there. You're going to get 48 pages there of that one. And then you're also going to get the beautiful Acorn wood inserts. Now, if you can just see, it's very muted, the art imagery that you've got on there. 36 A4 sheets in here for you with those gorgeous uncoated inserts, 12 designs, 3 of each in there for you. So that is your Acorn wood, $27.97 or $41.27. 80% of this has already gone. You can get this as a club member today for the fantastic price of $23.37 or $33.02. My printer's on the blink, I think. I can't quite read that. It's that or my contact lenses. It could be either, I don't know. Right, the other one I need to tell you about is the Spring Melody, which is also absolutely gorgeous. This one, though, it's limited stock, so you'll need to be quick for this if you want it. You're going to get 8 sheets of the die cut and foil toppers. You're going to get 2 of each of what I'm showing you here, so you can see you've got repeats there as well. And that's great because, I mean, sometimes it's like some to use, isn't it, and some to stroke. That's how I like to think about it. So you're going to get all of those beautiful die cut and foil toppers in there. Every single part of this sheet completely taken up with those beautiful toppers. We're then going to give you 16 sheets of the cardstock. So you're going to get 8 of the printed and 8 of the printed and accent foiled cardstock in there as well. This is a 350 GSM, this. It's a really good heavy weight of cardstock. That is your luxury topper collection. You're going to get the 8x8 paper pad in here, which is your picture perfect Spring Meadow. This is great because what you've actually got in here are loads of different toppers all on one page. So you can cut those down, use them as borders, use them individual toppers. It's up to you. And you've got the patterned papers on the back of there as well. 48 sheets coming to you in that collection. And then what you have is you're then going to receive the beautiful inserts again. You're going to get 12 designs and you're going to get 3 of each in there, which is absolutely beautiful. You're going to love that. It's 140 GSM. perfect for your inserts with that gorgeous matte finish on there too. Now there are 2 corresponding card packs that you can go for in conjunction with these as well. What I would say is we've got loads of things like glitters, embellishments, all of those in there, so definitely go and grab those as well. I want to tell you about something else first, which is the adorable scorable. This one just here, we've reconfigured this for you, so we've got a brand new collection available on the show. You're going to get 4 different styles in here. You're going to get these pretty polka dots first. It's a 350 GSM. This is going to be perfect for your construction, which is awesome. You can still die cut it if you wish. You've got that in there. You're also going to receive the flourishing leaves in this collection as well. Really beautiful, a really good vast array of different colours in there. I love that navy and mustard collection. You are then getting this one here, which is the delicate lace. Now this is on Hunkydory's, Ink Me adorable scorables. It's uncoated, which is fantastic. Loads of gorgeous lacy designs on there for you. And then finally, we have here the animal print. I love this. It is the animal print, so you've got all those different animal prints in there, all on the adorable scorable. So it all has that bendy ink property within there, which is fantastic. £27 or $40 if you want to get your hands on that. There's loads of extra bits on the show for you as well. Get yourself over to the website and have a little look at the all the different things that are coming up there for you as well. The Acorn Wood Bunny Special. I've gravitated towards the rainbows. Did you see that? That's just what happens. It's just how it goes. Now, these are put together to beautifully colour coordinate the main collection. So this one is the Acorn Wood that you're looking at here. Again, all an uncoated cardstock. Great for inking. Wonderful if you want to stamp on there too. So do grab that one. Now, the rainbow was what you just saw me mention a moment ago. The marvellous Miri card. Half the stock of this is gone. You've got really beautiful rainbow colours. You've got them in 2 designs. So you've got the geometrics, which is this one just here. You're going to get 30 sheets of the geometric, and you're also going to get the Rainbow Radiance, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. And again, what a wonderful pop of colour this is going to add, just peeking out under some of your mats and layers. What I would say is get over to the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. Have a look at everything that is on the website, because if you want gilding flakes and embellishments and all those different things, it's all there for you. Now, if you want the Matte-tastic to go with the Forever Florals, we've got that for you too. £9.99 or $14.99. The corresponding papers for the 2 collections are very, very low in stock. You will need to be quick for them. So that's your Forever Florals. We also have some essential books of sentiments on the show. Well, these are awesome. So there's 2 different options here for you. This is your essential book of sentiments. You've got 640 sentiments in there. That's the sort of coated one. We also have a matte-tastic version for you as well, which is that uncoated finish. So that one is also £11.99 or $17.49, which is absolutely fantastic. I've got a comment here from Andrea. So, Joe, new jeans, you look great. Had a fight with your hair, you won. Thank you. Loads of you chatting away. I would love to see some pictures of the things that you've been making as well, but we'll get into more of that a little later. The Scotty Hottie is here with us. Someone put out a missing. Has anyone called Sara to see if she's got out of her office yet? I don't know. I'm not sure. Right, Craig. I think Craig might be here for two whole hours. Maybe that's Craig's cunning plan, or after all.
You never know. Might be my plan all along. Let's go for it. Let's show you some of the things that you can be making when it comes to the Acorn woods. So straight away, the good thing with Hunkydory is you get that main focal point of the toppers and the sentiments. You get the background cards to do the decoration, but then they even give you the inserts as well to finish off. So whether it is straight cards, what I mean by that is 6x6, 7x7, 8x8, or what about concept cards? Bringing in some acetate, bringing in extra toppers and that, just to create that extra drop when it comes to your finished sample that you can see here. You don't need to do a lot to them if you don't want to. Keep them very simple, or you can start to do all your different kind of looks, all your different kind of designs here. Onto your backdrop when it comes to your cardstock. As Joe says, it's matte-tastic with the Acorn wood, so that simply means you can go around all the edges with some ink if you want. What are reactive inks? Or you might want to do some additional stamping with your stamps, then you can do. All these different components, like in this corner here, that is from your background, so what you can be doing is cutting into your background cardstock. When it comes to them, each topper sheet has a coordinated background, but it also has one one that is then being foiled on top of some of the elements. But you can do, as I say here, when it comes to your Ultimate Pro, your Score Master or your scoreboard, do all your different shapes. Another one as well, whether you've got your round corner punches, then you can be doing that just to curve the edges. The topper sheets, although there's never any wasted areas, bring in any of your little punches that you might have at home to then accent all of these different opened areas. But then we're on to our Forever Florals that we can see here. So this part here is also one of the backgrounds, so snipping into them if you want to. Really simple cards and delicate cards, but the thing is, if you do happen to go for that adorable scorable that complements the collection, then you can see that you can absolutely do that with your mats and layers. For then do on this one here, you can see you do all your different shaped ones. So this is actually, the strip here is the same one that's been used by chopping out, because you get two coordinated sheets that match, two unfoiled and two foiled. Little cards here. So even just these different ways of creating your concept, you can see there is glitter within the show, so if you want to add accents, then you can do maybe some gems that you can see. Here is a card that I done on Saturday night. We can see I create in that different fold. So that could actually be maybe a bit of adhesive running along the top, running along the bottom. That could be a little pocket that you could then be popping maybe your voucher or gift card in. Lots of different ways. These ones, specifically the Forever Florals, these are going to complement your birth month floral stamp and die set, which I know are on Masterclass later on today. Masterclass, Monday Makers. So you can see how you can bring in all your other stamping projects as well. So that is the two, the Acorn Woods, and then also your Forever Florals. Lots of different looks, lots of different designs, and having the fact is you've got the topper, the background, as well as the insert as well.
Gone here, Craig, is going to go. What we're going to do?
But I'm, sorry as well for those.
Someone apparently is trying to get Sara out of her office at the moment. If she doesn't get out of the office before, he's barricaded her in. If she doesn't get out before it sells out, she's going to be fuming, Craig.
I stuck foam pads around the door as well. You know how tough they are.
Can you imagine? Oh gosh, lots of you are tuning in and loving this show. Karen says, I think Sara said to Craig, you go get yourself into this mess, you get yourself out of it now. I think that makes sense. Kat says, I enjoy making scrapbook mini albums with a Hunkydory. Beth loves the colours. Kaz is loving that rainbow mirror card. Joe's asking about the gilding flakes. I think you'll see those a little later in the show today, so don't worry about that, Joe. Dawn says the bunnies in the Acorn Wood collection are just precious. Gwen says, yes, Scotty Hottie, always a delight. Mary says the bunnies are cute. Hadassah loves the options that using Hunkydory products gives her. And Dawn says, hi again to all of my friends. Watching whilst working today makes my work day so much more endurable. I don't ever want to go back into the office. Just tell them, Dawn, just tell them we said it's fine. You don't have to go back in and see what they say. Gilmore wants to know if Sara morphed into Craig, or did Craig win the battle to launch the Hunkydory? He did, but his ethics were questionable, is what we are hearing. Sara is fine. She will be on her way. Right. I thought Craig was going to give us a talk around, but apparently he's insisting that he's going to do a demonstration now as well.
Absolutely, I am. I am. I'm doing it.
He's doing it. He's really doing it.
Absolutely. So let's just bring in a score tool here. So let's have a look at the Acorn Wood. And I have taken a piece of our cardstock. So this is one of the white versions of the adorable scorable Matastic. And I am going to score. I've put little lines at where I need to score. So I'm going at 2 3/4. So we're going to score, and then I'm going to score, what's this one here? So let's take this one, which is 5 1/4. So let's score there. And then I'm going to score at this one here, which is 6 1/4. And then I'm going to come along here too, which is, let's butt that one up against the edge. So let's score up to that one, which is 8 3/4. So what then that one does is let's do a valley fold on this side. So valley fold, I'm going to move my board out the way, and that is going to give me a bit of time to actually score it neatly. So that left and the right hand side one is going to do a valley fold. So let's score and burnish these ones. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mountain within the middle one. So the middle two. This is going to create a really nice dimensional shaped card. So let's fold each of these. And again, I'm going to burnish them here. So whether when it comes to Adorable Scorable, whether it's the printed cardstock, whether it's the foiled cardstock, whether it is the actual core colours of Adorable Scorable, you're not going to get any creasing when it comes to the cardstock whatsoever. So there's our dimensional fact. And then what you can then do is you can then fold them in any specific way to go in an envelope, whether it's large or small. What I've also done is we've got some of these polka dots. So the polka dots Adorable Scorable, and then we've gone in with some of the kind of like the teal, which is from the Adorable Scorable Matte-tastic. So I've got the 5 of them here, and I've already pre-cut them and pre-glued them into size. These sizes are going to match each of these panels. So simply by taking either your tape runner, or maybe you want to use any of your tapes or adhesives, you can. I'm going to go around each of the edges, and then I'm going to pop all my layers together. So bringing them all together and then pressing, and then we're going to do each one. So I'm going to go and start left and right and work my way in. No specific reason, it's just the way that I like to do it. And going into place. But don't forget, start adding extra dimensional detail to the layers by running them through an embossing folder. Doesn't have to be your dotty embossing folders. It could be any of the other ones as well. And that's the good thing, Joe, with the Adorable Scorable. You can still do many different ways when it comes to them, including even doing a little bit of the gilding flakes. So here we go. And then we're going to line up this last one, and then it's ready for me to pop my topper on into place. Let's go here and here. So here we go, leaving them all lined up. So we've now got all our layers all lined up. So we can see really nice, really sturdy, still going to stand on its own as well. It's not going to have Bambi legs by falling over. So there's that one good to go. So we're then going to bring in one of the toppers from the Acorn woods. Hunkydory, all die cut for you, all held in places with tiny little pips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release them. Now when I'm at home, I would take my small scissors, you can do any scissors, but your small ones I like to use, and just take away all these little pips at the side, or a nail file and just file them down. But for time and speed, what I'm not going to do is not do that. And what I'm going to do as well with the topper, because we've got the dimension in the middle, the topper one, I'm not going to put on any foam pads. I'm going to leave these ones really to the forefront with this middle layer. So what I'm going to do is just kind of make sure I'm within the middle. Let's slide these ones in. And I'm not going to press fully hard at the moment, because I want to make sure that I've got more than enough room for my topper. So
scoring the paper so it doesn't crack. I mean, with this particular cardstock, I'm thinking we should be absolutely fine, shouldn't we, no matter how hard we press?
Absolutely, yep. When it comes to the Adorable Scorable, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. What I would always suggest, doesn't matter what cardstock it is, score lightly a couple of times. Now, I know I kind of just done it once there, but that's for time and speed. But usually what I would do is just score it a couple of times lightly, and then that's going to give you a nice folded crease within the score lines. So you can try it that way. But yeah, Adorable Scorable shouldn't have any issues. And then also taking a few of these toppers. So we've got some tiny little ones. We've got some little sentiments. And what there also is taking the little bunting. You've got a topper sheet that's got bunting into place. So what I'm going to do at the moment is, if I do bring in some foam pads, certainly for the toppers anyway, I'm going to bring this one into here. This one can then sit nicely into place. Little birdhouse with the tiny little birdie as well. And then I'm going to take these two. And the thing is, when it comes to the toppers, with Hunkydories, you get lots of different shapes and some unusual shapes as well. So you're not always just going to be plain square or rectangle. So let's pop that one there. And then what I'm going to do is pop tape there. And then I'm going to pop a bow. And then what I'm also going to do now is let's take a couple of these small pads, and I'm taking the bunt in here, and I'm going to line up a few of them. So I've got 3 for each side. If you want to pop them flat, do that, or use your glue gel. But I'm going to come right up into here, and let's pop one there.
Karen says, love your outfit and your hairstyle, Sara. You're looking great. Just had to let you know.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, done it myself. Straightened it myself. Lots of hairspray in place. Canny look, isn't it? Canny look.
Yes, yeah, it looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Tremendous style. Tremendous. I better stop. I might end up getting trouble with that. Eh?
I've just sensed she's going to burst into this. I think she's going to burst in any minute now. I can sense it. I can feel her energy, Craig.
I know. I'm just waiting on that door, just like swinging open.
Apparently, if you've used foam pads, you will be no match for Sara Scissorhands. She'll get out eventually, Gilmore said.
So what, sorry?
She was no match. So foam pads are no match for Sara Scissorhands. She'll get herself out. She'll cut herself free eventually.
Oh, I don't know. My foam pads are pretty tough. Obviously not as tough as her to get out at some point. As I say, just waiting on that door, just slamming open. But here we go. Look at the dimension that we've got within that one here, and it has folded completely flat. If you want to fold it in other ways to then pop down into smaller envelopes, you can do, but it's even just one of the unique styles that you can be doing with any of the collections that we've got, and I say anyway. I did sell a few of them out.
A wonderful value as well. The value for money is really off the chart. And I think the reason the value for money is so great is because Hunkydory produce everything themselves. Full manufacturing is done in-house, which is absolutely fantastic. So let me run you through what you're going to get in the Acorn wood. With the toppers, it's 2 designs, 4 of each. So you're going to get 2 of each of these, which is awesome. I love the fact that every last bit has been taken care of. You've got all of that gorgeous bunting there, a real good vast array of different size and shape toppers in this collection for you. So you've got those in there. You've got all of these here too. And again, I love here with this that you've actually got 2 frames and a topper there. So really taking advantage of every single last element. Then what we move on to is your foiled and your printed and foiled cardstock. You're going to get 8 sheets of this. It's 4 designs, 2 of each. So you're going to get just double what I'm showing you right here is what you are going to be receiving, which is lovely. 350 GSM. This is uncoated, this cardstock as well. It's got a really lovely matte finish to it, which is awesome. So that is your luxury topper collection. You've also got your inserts in here. You get 36 inserts in here. Really lovely artwork. Now, the artwork is the same. It's sometimes a little hard for you to see on our cameras, but it's exactly the same artwork that's been repeated all the way through the toppers, but it's sort of muted. It's a bit pared back, which is lovely. So it works really well for inserts, which is fantastic. 160 GSM, that one. Then what you've got here is the Acorn wood 6x6 paper pad, which is awesome. And again, look at how gorgeous. It's a little more bold, the artwork in the paper pad. You've also got as well the corresponding patterned paper, which you can use with the focal imagery too. So really lots of options when it comes to using this. I need to let you know, if this is in your basket, you need to check it out because we are approaching limited stock, which we thought we had enough to last this show, but clearly not. $22.37 or $33.02 as a platinum member. You can also get as well the corresponding adorable scorable cardstock, which comes along with that. Now this is awesome. It's a 350 GSM uncoated cardstock, colour match to work beautifully with the Acorn wood selection. You've got 30 sheets in there for that price of $9.99, which is, again, excellent value for money. So that's your Acorn wood. Now, we also have Spring Melody. Limited stock already on the Spring Melody. So let's take you through what you're getting. Again, you're going to get 4 designs of the toppers, and you're going to get 2 of each. So that is 8 topper sheets for you in here. Again, as I said with the previous collection, every single inch and piece of space on this cardstock has been taken care of. This is really lovely because it's all around floral themes. If you're going, as Craig said, for the floral birthday stamps, which are coming up later in Monday Makers, you're going to absolutely adore using those with this as well. We've then got in here all of this fantastic cardstock. So you've got 8 sheets of your printed cardstock and you've got 8 sheets of your printed and accent foiled cardstock in there too. It's exactly the same configuration essentially as your Acorn wood. Then what we have for you are your inserts. And again, the same floral imagery in the inserts is carried through, just a little bit more muted, a little bit more pastel, and again, a really lovely sort of floaty insert weight that you're going to really love using. I think if you want those real premium feel to your cardstocks, those floaty inserts are going to work beautifully. We've then got the 8x8 paper pads. It's a bit larger, this paper pad in this collection, but again, beautiful. And the point of this one is that every single one of these pages can be snipped down. So if we look here, for instance, we've got this really lovely big topper here, 2 small toppers here, and we've got that lovely long topper there as well. So there's 4 toppers just in that one page alone, which is fantastic. Snip into them, use them as they are. It's completely up to you, but you've got all of those gorgeous backing papers that go with it. I think the backing papers are absolutely stunning in this collection. That is coming included for you. Again, $29.97, $44.22 if you want to go for that one. As a Club Inspire Platinum member, you can get that again for $23.97, or it would be as a Club Inspire Platinum member, you can get that for $23.97 or $35.38 today, which is awesome. And we do have a corresponding adorable scorable cardstock. Adorable scorable is all about getting, it's a matte-tastic adorable scorable. It's all about no crack in your crease. It means that when you score this, that bendy ink property on there means that you get really lovely crisp burnished lines, but without any of the cracking, which is fantastic. Again, add that into your basket. Nearly everyone that's going for the Spring Meadow is adding one of these adorable scorable packs into there, so do that. Now, let's move on to the rainbows. These are just stunning. You've got 2 different styles in here. Quarter of the stock of this is gone, so you've got the geometric. Again, it's those lovely rainbow colours that we are looking at. You've got 3 different styles and 10 of each within here, so it's 30 in this one, and you're also going to receive 30 here in the rainbow as well. Look at this. I mean, it's psychedelic almost, isn't it? You've got that one there. Then you've got this one, which is more of like an ombre, and then another sort of ombre style in there too. £20 to get 60 sheets is, again, very, very good value. So do grab those. We then also have on the show for you the Essential Books of Sentiments. Love these. So you've got 2 different ones here. You've got the regular, which I'm going to show you first. And what these are a book, and every single one of these is a sentiment for you, essentially. So you can see these are all die cut for you. They just literally pop right out of there. And a vast array of different colours, which is fantastic. But what you've also got is loads of different styles. So you've got more masculine ones, you've got birthday ones, get well soon. There is something for every occasion in every colour hue that you would need in there. $11.99 or $17.49 if you want to get hold of that one. And then we've also got it for you in the matte-tastic as well. Exactly the same for you. It's the 2021 collection of sentiments. Really beautiful, all gloriously foiled for you too. $11.99 or $17.49 if you want to get your hands on those. A lot of you going for both of those, I'm hearing. Something else that's always popular whenever we manage to secure some stock for you is the Hunkydory Prism Gilding Flakes. These are just fantastic. I know Craig absolutely loves these. They add just such a touch of luster and shimmer to all of your projects. £10 or $14.99. Don't have anywhere near as many of those as we would like. You've also then got the diamond sparkles. These are beautiful. 12 jars of glorious glitters in here. Some different colours available. You've got essentials. You can go for purples if you want to go for those. Always very purple, always very popular. We've also got the blues and greens. They are very purple, but these ones aren't. These are blue and green. And we've got a Christmas collection. I don't really see Christmas when I look at these, but they are the Christmas collection, and you've got the holographic in there too. Awesome. Now, we must go back to the Spring Melody. It's very busy there. There's so many gorgeous things that you can make with these. The finished samples that are in the studio here are absolutely exquisite. It is, however, limited stock. So if you want to get your hands on that, then you will have to be quick for that. Do you know why I'm pointing at that one, right? Because the Spring Melody is behind that one and the bunnies are behind this one. It's this one over here. I am sorry. It is beautiful. I love that you've got the tulips in there, you've got the daffodils, you've got all those different flower styles. If you've got the birthday florals, as Craig was saying, they would work absolutely beautifully alongside that as well. $29.97 or $44.22 there is your price. Sorry, causing Charlotte all sorts of bother there, aren't I? Right, still no sign of Sara then, Craig?
Well, no. They're done, probably at this rate I'll end up doing all the demos, but no sign of her just yet. So do you know what that means? It means I'm going to carry on. It means what I'm going to do is have a look at the Forever Florals. And I'm also, while we've still got some of the cardstock left over, we're going to use some of that Mirri. Awesome Mirri card, absolutely gorgeous. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in one of the backgrounds. So with the Forever Florals, it's fantastic. So what we can do is straight away I'm going to do my mats and layers. And I would be at home with a little bit more time, I would be gutting the centre of this because it's so much to waste that I don't want to do. But also with this Mirri card, because you've got all the different colours, it's going to complement whatever background that you use. So I'm going to go straight over the top. And before I stick it to my card blank, what we're going to do with this one, because the two collections, you do get the coordinated inserts with them. So what I've done is, it's our A5 card, so I've taken one of the inserts and I've folded it in half and it's going to sit into the middle. What I have done is just a couple of millimetres all the way round, top, bottom and the right hand side. I've taken a little trim off and that just makes it really neat and tidy into the middle. And then what I'm also doing is it opens that way. So on this back side here, I'm going to put a runner of tape. And this is going to have the leaf of the insert opening really freely. So if I go up into here and then open it up, we've got the insert, how it opens at the same time, but you've got that luxurious feel to it. But what I'm also doing is, you showed that 8x8 paper pad, Joe, that comes with the Forever Florals. And you get a little ditty about the actual flowers, depending on which one you're going to use. So I'm going for the hyacinth. And I'm going to pop that little ditty down in the bottom right hand corner. And then I'm also going to bring in the other picture and I'm going to go to the top left hand corner. And what I'm also doing is I want to show you the difference with the insert. So this is the insert, so it matches the main topper, but because it's a more subtle colour, it's a more subtle design, and that means that you could write onto it if you wanted to, but obviously 9 times out of 10 you would be writing on the right hand side, but it is optional for you. And then what I'm doing is, let's go back to doing our mats and layers. We're going all the way around with our adhesive onto our card blank. But to add a slightly different bit of interest, the remaining part of this background that I have used, I've gone over into the decorative part, and this was a long part, but I've trimmed it at an angle. So you're still seeing part of the design, but part of it is being hidden, because what I'm also doing is, if I then, before I stick that down, what I'm going to do is this frame, I'm going to pop that one maybe towards the left slightly, and I'm going to go a little bit further up. So if I then press that into place, let's just straighten that one up, and I'm going to come down, and I'm lightly pressing, Joe, just so that I can grab that. So if I press it back in, and now this part, what I can do, I'm going to go round with my tape runner and bring in our card blank. So we've got the frame that's tucked in the back, but we're going to bring in the topper, and that's going to sit and overlap the front of it. We still have the gold frame that we could be using. You could keep it included if you want, but I've taken it out and I'm going to be using that elsewhere. Bringing in our pads. So let's layer this one up. You might want to use your glue gel, that's up to yourself, or you might want to leave it flat. And I'm going to bring this one here. So we're still seeing that blue. So we've got that patch blue all the way around. We're picking it up within the centre frame here. Still getting a bit of a design to the bottom left, but what we're doing is we're bringing in the image at the exact same time. I've taken one of these. So there's also 2 topper sheets. So one design, but you've got 2 exactly the same. And there's lots of little tags that you can see here with the flower name, or like little pot plant name tags. So what I'm going to do with this one is pop that up here. I'm then going to bring in a couple of these little tabs that I've got here. So I'm going to do the butterfly one there, and love you always here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in just a bow. So this is what I have added from my own stash. That can go here. And that's all that I'm doing with that one. So we've got another way to add that dimension by frame on the back. We've got the topper in the front. However, we've also got the main design as well, sitting in the background. And then we've got that real nice insert that finishes into the middle here. So there we go. And it's something I'm going to keep reiterating as well, because it is the Matte-tastic. It still means you could come along with maybe your glitters, your gilding flakes, or you might want to come in with your colour as well to pull it all in. It's entirely up to you, but a really nice card that you can be making.
Absolutely fantastic. Another great project there from Craig. How hilarious would it be if Craig wins Demo of the Week in Sara's show? That would just be hilarious, wouldn't it? Hadassah says, is there a way to heat emboss with glitter? Can I just add the glitter to the embossing powder, Craig?
So you can do a slight element of that. Get your embossing powder, mix a little bit of glitter with it. Of course, you're going to have to keep that into your main pot. Although what I would then be doing, to be using glitter, then I would be using something that we covered a couple of weeks ago on Wake Up Call, and that's called the Stays Sticky glue. So it's like a PVA glue, but it stays sticky until you pop something on it and, you know, glitter.
That would be a great way to use that. Awesome. Some people joining us concerned about Sara and where she is. Don't worry, she's absolutely fine. She's just in a very sticky situation in her office. Is the glitter also for embossing? Asked Rhonda. No, it isn't. What is the coordinating paper pad for these sentiments? I'm not sure what you mean there, Eva. I'll have a little look into that. Laura May says, I don't understand the difference between the sentiment books. Let me show you the difference between the two. So, this is the original one. This is the original one. Look at this one. Can you see with this one? See how not only you've got the foiling, but you can see how the cardstock is shiny. It's got a coating on it. So it's got a sort of a bit of a sheen and a shine on it. Whereas the Matte-tastic one, the Matte-tastic doesn't. So the Matte-tastic, if you see, you've got the foiling, but then the areas between it and in the sentiment don't have that coating on them, so it doesn't have that shine. It's a bit like the difference between a smooth stamping card and a Centura Pearl, but it's just got a sheen to it. So the regular one has the shine on it, which is awesome. So you can see you've got that shine there. It's got a real shiny finish. And then the Matte-tastic one, it doesn't. It has a matte finish. It would take ink if you went to ink over it or do any of those different things. Absolutely, you are then able to do that should you wish to. Now, Spring Melody. I need to let you know, 95% of the stock here has already completely sold out and gone. If you want it, you are going to need to be grabbing it in the next couple of minutes if you want to get hold of it. It is hang on by a thread. We're almost at that point where we've got more of you trying to get hold of it than we actually have stock available. So do grab that one if you want it. $29.97 or $44.22. Linda says, the last time I saw a Hunkydory show, I purchased the whole collection. I can't believe how much is in that collection. A true bargain. Eve says she loves all the Hunkydory papers. Marianne saying, morning, the Acorn wood is so sweet and the pastel Hunkydory look great with it. Brenda said she ended up buying the whole collection, so glad she got her order in. Laura May's gone for the bunny collection. Leela loving all of the paper combos as well. And Eve says, love the matting and layering, Craig. Just absolutely love it, which is fantastic. Now, yes, do grab that. As I said, the Forever Florals, very, very low stock. It is just hanging on by a thread. So do grab it if you want it. It's going to go, Craig.
Oh, man. It's just here. It's just here.
Ouch! She got out.
Ouch! You need my pack.
Have you left me anything at all? Have you left me anything at all?
I'm going to leave that one with you, Joe.
Anything at all? Is there anything at all left to sell Hunkydory in the whole building? Anything at all, folks? Is that?
A little bit. Spring Melody's about to be a little bit of Acorn wood, maybe. Just a touch. It's about to go limited. Lots of the Matte-tastic lots of the adorable scorable is already limited. So I reckon you've got about 20 minutes until everything sells out, basically, Sara.
Oh, so all my lovely demos.
Craig's done 2 of them. Demos. He's already talking about how he's going to get demo of the show in your show.
Oh, now, hey, right, that is fight and talk. Give me a minute. What am I allowed to do first? What are we not going to sell out of first?
We can do how about we do the Acorn wood, the cute bunnies next?
The cute bunnies, right? Okay, leave me with cute bunnies. We're fight and talk, right? Right. You're going to need the adorable scorable. You're going to need your Envela box and box set. We're going to do an advance card. So I'm going to put lead in his place and start fighting for demo of the show.
Okay, Sara's over there. She's going to do a pre-show yoga and get ready now just for that fabulous demonstration. Let me take you through some of the adorable scorable that we have on the show today, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can see here all of those beautiful polka dots that are in here. Love the colour tones with this one. Very, very playful, which is fantastic. So you're going to get that in here. You get 4 individual packs in this collection. Within each of these, you get 24 sheets as well. So that's just under 100 sheets, 96 sheets in total there for that price, which is fantastic. Here you've got the gorgeous floral prints, which are wonderful. Again, I really love that one with the navy and the mustard and the light blue. It's absolutely beautiful. So you've got that one in there. We've also got the lace in here for you too. Always popular, these sort of lace designs. Really quite vintage and quite chic also, I always think. You've got those ones in there. And then my favourite in this collection, without a shadow of a doubt, is the animal prints, which are just adorable. I love that one with the giraffe there. You've got the zebra. Really lots and lots for you to craft in there. Almost 100 sheets, 96 sheets for that price. A fifth of the stock of these have gone. This was a brand new configuration for today, by the way. We actually had to work really hard to get this on the show today because the original, slightly larger configuration did sell out. The back in stock is a fifth of the stock sold out and gone now already, which is absolutely fantastic. Don't also forget about the National Craft Month giveaway every single day here on Crafters TV. And today's, like every day, has been an absolute bounty. What a haul of crafty goodies someone is going to be winning. I can't believe they've got that massive butterfly die in there as well. Gorgeous outline dies. You've got wrap dies in there, some Sharon Callis items. I can see some signature items in there too. There is absolutely loads of awesome stuff in there. All you need to do is comment in one of our shows and we'll pick a winner at random in the 7 p.m. show here in the UK, which will be 3 p.m. for you guys over on the East Coast. So lots of people talking about Sara's arrival. Sara's energy, she's here. Zena says, just do all the demonstrations anyway, Sara. And Rebecca's saying the same as well. I think that's absolutely awesome. Now, I need to let you know about a stock update on the Acorn wood. It's also now limited stock, so do be quick for either. If you've got either of these collections in your basket, you're going to need to work quickly in order to get them. Teresa says, how about a craft war for a demo of the show? I think so. That's it. Craig's gone. He's been banished now. He's gone from the studio. That's it. He's in his car. He's out the door, Sara. Did he lock you in? We were talking about how he's locked you in your office with loads of foam pads.
Yeah, he wishes. No, do you know, thank you so much to Craig. Actually, I've just got caught up and I said to Craig, you know my show later, is there any chance you can do the first 10 minutes? He said, no. He said, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. I've got a couple of more demos I want to do. So if I'm doing it, no, I'm not just doing 10 minutes for you. I'm having some of your show. That was me told, wasn't it?
That was it. And there was 45 minutes later, you're here. Lovely to have you with us though, Sara. Hunkydory, for anyone just joining us, what amazing quality they bring us with these card collections. It's really up there with the best of the best, isn't it?
Well, I love it. And what I love about it is it's something completely different to anything that we do. They have a real fantastic design skill. And do you know what? I've worked with them for years and years. I've been to their head offices a lot of times. They're a family-run business like us, second generation family business, a great family, and they do exceptional products. And I was really, really thrilled. So we're doing more and more with them in this partnership. So we're bringing more of their products. Craig's got a cartload, Hunkydory style cartload on Thursday. Obviously, we had the amazing craft house on Saturday. You've just got literally what's left from it here today. So, and I'm already planning some more shows with them for April as well.
How exciting.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Right, come on then, fight and talk here. I know the way to anybody's heart is with a bar of chocolate.
Oh, yes.
So I thought this seemed like a really lovely little project because once I teach you it, you could be doing this for any bar of chocolate. I just happen to have chosen bar of chocolate, but it's a standard size bar of chocolate.
Oh, that's a good one,
that. So I'm going to teach you how to do it, right? So, yes, how about I make this, but we maybe open the bar of chocolate and share the bar of chocolate around over the course of the show as well. And then, yes, I'll definitely be winning some points, I think, with our lovely Johnny and Charlotte in the production office today. So, should we get on with this one? I'm actually going to use some of the Matt-tastic Adorable Scorable. And I'm sure you've been telling them all about it, Joe. But what's brilliant is I'm going to get out my scoring tools. I've asked them to add them back onto this show again because any cardstock, you want it to give a lovely, nice, crisp score line. This is going to allow you to do that without cracking because it's got bendy ink on the top. That's their whole mantra. They've developed bendy ink, okay? So what I've done is, you've got the scoreboard there. I'm just going to pop out my top little tool. Now, I've cut the cardstock here, Joe, just so you know, to 10 inches by 8.
Awesome.
So it's 10 by 8, and that's what I'm going to start with, okay? And I'm going to score, so make a note of these guys, 3.5 inches, all right, so straight down, 4 inches, right, so this is going to make our little gusset on the back, so 3.5 and then 4, and then also 7.5, right, on there, and then also 8 inches. So whether you're scoring on your regular scoreboard, whether you, like I am here, whether you're doing it in your Scoremaster or whatever, you easily can do, okay? And then all I'm going to do with these, can you see, you fold and you crease, and then we do the same, we fold and crease this one here. This is what I mean, Joe, when I say bendy ink. Look how fabulously well that scores.
Beautiful, isn't it?
I mean, that is Hunkydory cardstock for you, and why it is so sought after the world over. And actually, we're one of the only people who ship it all the way over to the US, certainly at these sort of prices, okay? Now, I'm going to make 2 little closures here. So what I've done is I've cut a couple of squares of card, okay, which are 2 inches by 1.5, right? And what we're going to do is, I'm just going to bring them this way here. So you want the 2 inches longer, and I want to score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch, okay? And what that does is that makes like a little closure that is 1/2 inch deep. So you've got like a little closure like this. And I want you to do that with 2 of them. So I've got another one here. I want to fold that over, fold this over. And then these little closures, Joe, are just going to go in the inside here, all right?
Right.
So I'm just going to stick them in place there. And then I've got some of the lovely toppers from this card pad. I'm just going to do a little bit of matting and layering on the inside. So as long as they can see what I'm doing, I'm just doing, oh, it's Craig taking his tape pens.
Oh, I see. It's on the counter in front of you.
He's left us the
It's right in
dotty
front
one.
of you.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It's
You got
me.
it.
I was about to call him all the words under the sun. Yes, it was on the counter in front of me. Do not tell him that, folks, right? So, right.
Joy says, I love the Hunkydory products. The collections are so comprehensive. They really give us so much to play with in each and every one. Gwen loves the Adorable Scorable, says they are my go-to card base. Pam says, oh, fantastic idea, Sara. We'll be making that for my daughter. She loves chocolate bars. She sounds
Who doesn't?
Sounds like my kind of person, to be honest. Eve says, Sara, did you say that was a standard size in the chocolate bar? I need to move to the UK in that case.
Yeah, this is one of our standard size in the large chocolate bars, I will add.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Definitely on the larger side, that one. A lot of people asking about the sizes, so we'll get you to recap that at the end, if that's all right, Sara.
Not a problem,
okay?
not a problem at all.
Yeah, Sharon Allen just asking about that. Very, very busy still across everything in the show. The cardstock that Sara is using here is the Adorable Scorable, which goes with the Acorn wood, which is fantastic. You get 30 sheets of it, and it is on a great price. $9.99 or $14.99 is fantastic value when you consider it's 350 GSM as well. So it means it's going to be awesome for these sort of heavier construction projects that you might want to do with them. A third of the stock here has already gone on this. Those papers are cute as well, Sara.
They're lovely, aren't they? Do you know what I feel like would just add a nice little bit though, Joe? Have you got any of them Gildan flakes?
Oh, I have, yes. Any particular colour, or do you want them all?
Oh, just throw us out. Right, he's coming. He's coming over with them. Do you know, for anybody who hasn't used any of these before, these are ours, the demo ones. I think I'm going to go with the pink one, right? Well, watch all you do, right? I'm just going to take this down the edge. So I've just got there, nice little strip. In fact, I'm going to widen it a little bit. Nice little strip of tape. Just go a little bit more down there. Yep. If you'd done yours a little bit more precise, like me, you wouldn't need to go over it 2 or 3 times. But there we go. And then all you do with these... Oh, should we go multicoloured?
Oh, yes.
Right, let's have a little look. I'm going to open the silver, right? And I'm going to go gold and silver. So we've had the gold ones open, been doing a little bit with them. And do you know what? Even if you've got some of these, what you'll find is you'll use them so much, Joe, right, that you're probably going to want... I mean, look how many that you get, right? So I'm just going to go a little bit with silver on there, a little bit of gold on here as well, and a little bit of gold in the middle. And then can you see you're just going to rub it and fill in all the gaps in between.
It's so cool, isn't it?
I'm just rubbing from one to the next, and then
it reminds me of like a golden ticket from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The gold
yes, it. Do you know? It reminds me. I always, when I was younger, my mum used to do a little bit of cake decorating, and we had like gold leafing and whatnot. And it was always a bit too fancy that we, you know, the kids weren't allowed to play with it. It was just my mum got to use that, and it reminds me of that gold leafing. But just that you're able to use on your paper craft because it's relatively inexpensive for the look that you get. I don't know about you, but I expected it to be a lot more expensive than what it was.
Absolutely. Have you seen, if you pop it into a big container as well, it really like puffs up, goes such a long way too.
Let's have a little look there. So I'm just going to take that off there, clean that up, and I've got that lovely kind of finish then on the edge. But can you see how shiny it is?
Beautiful.
So that is your gilding flakes there, and you're only going to use a little bit of them. And what I would say is, yeah, if you don't already have them, go for the whole set, right, and get the whole bundle of all of them. Because look how much better that looks now with a nice little closure on the end as it was.
Terry Lee says, do not have a ceiling fan on when you're using gilding flakes.
Ah,
there you go.
Very, very good top tip there, very
tip.
good. This is why we rely on our viewers, you know, to keep everybody else right, you know, Joe.
Absolutely. Tansy Pants as well. I've put the Hoover on, so as the husband thinks I'm cleaning, he already thinks I've done the dishes as I was dishwashing some of my plastic storage boxes. It's all going to plan so far on this Monday.
Excellent. Great
Love
to
that.
hear. Right, let's have a little look. So, oh, just before I put this on, you know, I'm going to take here, I've got a little bit of ribbon, and I want to make sure my ribbon goes round the front, and then I have, let's have a little look, that they're roughly the same length here. So I'm going to go straight along the edge there and pop this into place along there. And now this will go over the front and hold that closure in place, Joe, right?
Awesome.
Now then, it's completely up to you where you want to go from there. So I've just taken a few of the toppers from the lovely, but these bunnies are absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, I would have been totally gutted if these had all sold out before the show. I'm so I mean, crikey, I've never ever known. And do you know what? We put our order in for everything Hunkydory that we thought we needed for the show. And you, believe it or not, we ordered 50% extra because we said, do you know what? The kits are so gorgeous when we saw them. We literally increased our order by another 50% again. And still, it hasn't been enough for the shows that we've had planned with it. Can you believe that?
Absolutely. If you're just seeing this show now as well, remember there was a whole 2-hour craft house featuring some of these products as well on Saturday. So you've got this show, all the inspiration from this show, and you can go back and watch all of that show back. So that's 4 hours of inspirational demonstrations just on these products alone. So you're going to have loads and loads of education to get you started when you get them home.
Here we go. And do you know, I love that. I love that we get more and more time to do more and more demos with them. So, and it's all, because all you need is ideas. They're very, very different to everything we do. All you need is those ideas.
Absolutely.
Now, look here, once we get it to that stage, oh, I've got a nice little, got an extra little, little tag, I think, that we'll put in with love from all the family. And that'll just go quite nicely on the inside here. And then I've also got like a nice little, just a little bit of ribbon to kind of finish it all off. And it's completely up to you how you want to finish this off. Look, this could go nicely on the side. I think I might put it in there. Yeah, in there like that. And then a little bit in here to just finish this off with this one. So nice little bit there.
Jutta really loving the boxes. It's actually really simple to go together. And Kay loving it as well. She's going to make some of these for the grandchildren for Easter.
Ah, there you go, you see. Now, do you want me just to take it one little step further?
Always,
right?
yes.
So, if you are going for the Score Master today, you will have got the Score Master and the envelope box. And so you're going to want to put this in an envelope. So should we measure it, right? Let's bring it down here. So it is obviously 8 inches because we measured it by 3.5. It's exactly 8 by 3.5 because that's what we did the scoring. By the way, does everybody want the sizing that we did again?
Oh, yes,
right?
please,
So
make a note of this.
10 inches by 8 inches. And I scored it 3.5 and 4, and then 7.5 and then 8. And then the little ones were 1.5 inches by 2, and I scored them at the half-inch increments. But you can go back and watch this show anytime you want, right?
Fantastic.
So what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to do an envelope box for that piece there that we did, right? So here's my envelope maker instructions. Do you reckon, I mean, that's going to be 1/2 inch deep. 1/2 inch should be adequate, shouldn't it? Because yeah, well, let's just make the envelope exactly the right size, right? So we want a 1/2 inch deep. Oh, there we go, we're on the right one. 1/2 inch deep, right? And we said it was 8 inches by 3.5. So it's line 2 here. 8 inches by 3.5 tells me I need 9.25 inch cardstock. So I happen to have some really nice, some of our 12 by 12 here. Let's do it in one of the pastel colours that will match in with that. I think that purple will match.
It's very Easter, isn't it, this?
It's very, do you know, that's a lovely thought. It is very Eastery, actually. So 9.25 inches. So 9.25 there. And this is how I love, you see. This is why everybody needs an Embellishments creator if you don't already have one, because how else would you gift that to somebody else, right?
You think about what you get out of it for £19 or $19. You know, go and buy 4 or 5 boxes and you've paid for this immediately.
I couldn't agree more. So it tells me on this one, I'm using position 1 and 2, right? And it tells me for the 8 by 3.5, we need C and L. So what I did was into position 1 and did C, Joe. And then I go into position 2 and do C again, all right? Opposite corner, same thing. So into position 1 and you do C. And then into position 2 and you do C again. And then the other one is L. And what you'll find is L will cross that C line perfectly in position 1, and then when you get into position 2, it should cross the other C line. And that's the whole trick behind how everything works. Now, when you do long, thin envelopes like this, what you'll find is they won't, you need to do one extra little stage.
Okay.
So I'll show you that extra little stage. We'll get our corners cut, and then all will make sense, right? So in this corner, you come up and trim a little bit out, and then you're just going to cut these ends off. So you're going to get ready to close it like a box, right? I'll do that again on this end. So we come along and cut the little edge out like a box, right? And then you're just going to cut this bit off here, and we're going to get that ready as a box. And then on the top corners, we are rounding the corner off, flip it over, and rounding this corner off again. And then the same here, rounding it off, flipping it over and rounding it off. Right?
So tabs at the bottom, rounding it off at the top.
That's exactly it. So your envelope's going to end up looking like this, right? Now, I'm going to fold over and burnish all of those creases. And this is our textured cardstock here, Joe. So it's the one that you're going to be a little bit more gentle with it because it's not made with the same bendy ink that the adorable scorable is. But if you're nice and gentle, it does have this lovely kind of finish about it, all right? So all 4 corners, I'm just burnishing all of the lines here. And then what you do is you always assemble the envelope around whatever it is you're making, right? So I'm putting just some little bits on the corners there, and then into these corner pieces here with loads of glue. Now, this is what I mean when I say assemble around it. So put your card in, all right? You're going to go in and just assemble, actually, I'm going to assemble the corners like a box before we put that in. So into the corner. So I've got my corners ready. And then once that's in, I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to assemble this whole envelope around those corners there so that you know everything's really nice at 90 degrees. Yep. I'm just going to turn it all over a little bit. It just makes your sticking a little bit easier. There we go. So that's going to stick down there. And then, do you know, if you ever get this where it doesn't want to stick, Joe, great tip, stick tape to tape.
Okay.
Right? So put your tape on both sides, so that then we're sticking sticky tape to sticky tape. And if that still doesn't work, right, there's my sticky tape on there, that still doesn't work, then what I want you to do is get your red liner out.
Okay.
Right, so in we go with this. There's that envelope ready to go. Pop these in, there we go. And then that tape comes over and we stick that tape to tape up here, right? Now that's going to stick beautifully. And then we're going to do the same here. We're going to pop this edge in and we're going to stick tape to tape absolutely perfectly, all right? Give that a bit of a rub. And then what you're going to do is, this is the bit that I was talking about. You're going to, don't stick that in, you're going to take this out, and then that there, you see, you either fold it over, or if I just put a little bit of a cut line in here, and I can fold this over like this. There we go. And that gives you a nice, perfect baseline like this. And if your edge comes down a little bit too far, you're just going to trim that off there too. And then if you want, I always like to round these corners. So that is how, if you want to take it one step further and do a perfect envelope box that is exactly the right size for the card that we've just made. I mean, literally to within a fraction
It fits like
of
a
millimetre.
glove, doesn't it?
It fits like an absolute glove, and that is the envelope that we're talking about. I mean, how totally perfect is that? And what a fabulous little Easter gift you could be making. Come on,
Really
folks,
awesome.
you've got to be voting. Never mind voting for Craig's demo of the show. Come on, I've got to be right up there. Got to be
I
right
reckon
up there.
so. I do reckon so. If you want to get that Score Master board and the Envelope Box Creator, they are both on the show for you. £19 or $19 to get your hands on those as well. Both of these collections are literally hanging on by a thread right now. What I'm going to do is, I can see a lot of you have got stuff in your basket, no doubt waiting for an opportunity to check out, because you don't want to miss any of Sara's awesome demonstrations. Whilst you get checked out, let's share with you all the fabulous details of Club Inspire. Take a look.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of the fantastic Club Inspire. Make sure you have got yourself joined up. It doesn't cost you anything, but there's loads of fantastic benefits, as you saw there. Right, let's run you back through very quickly. I mean, it is really the super final last call now for the Spring Melody. Remember what you're getting in here included. The value is sensational. So you're going to get 4 of your topper sheet. You're going to get 4 designs and 2 of each. So you're going to get 8 in total. I love this one with all of the different flowers in here. Little explanations, a little bit of history about the flower as well. It's really fantastic. It's a bit different, a little bit more unusual. Really lovely in here with the butterflies too, as well as all of those florals. And as always, a really good variation of shapes and sizes in all of those toppers there as well. You've also then got here all of your cardstock. So you've got 8 of your foiled and coloured cardstocks and then 8 of your coloured cardstocks in there also, which is fantastic. That's your luxury topper collection. Then you've got your luxury inserts. So you're going to get 36 of the luxury inserts, which is fantastic, all in a really lovely range of different colours, and it's kind of more muted. It's that same artwork that's on the luxury toppers, just in a more muted style. Really lovely, creates beautiful floaty inserts that are going to make your card look and feel really luxurious. We have then got the 8x8 paper pad in the Matastic also. This is fantastic. You've got over 280 toppers in here, because every single page, as you can see, is able to be cut down into smaller toppers. Some of the backing papers that are on here are absolutely exquisite also. You've got that in there. You've got 48 double-sided pages in total in there. $29.97 or $44.22 if you want to get your hands on that. $23.97 as a platinum member, or $35. Don't forget also about the corresponding adorable scorable cardstock which goes with that. 30 sheets here, colour matched beautifully. to go perfectly with that main collection. Half the stock, this is really quickly catching up with that main collection, this one. If you want this, a lot of you multi-ordering on this one as well today. It is gorgeous. You think about the quality, it's matte-tastic as well, so if you want to ink on it, you want to stamp on it, you can absolutely do that too. Something else that is proving very busy are the pattern packs. Now, brand new configuration for this show. The previous collection sold out. Fifth of the stock has gone here. Really fun. Love these polka dots. They've sort of got a bit of a sort of vintage retro feel to them. The lemon in there is absolutely fantastic. So you've got that one. You've also got in here too your flourishing leaves, which are these floral themes just here. Again, absolutely beautiful, and a good variation in colours of all of these. You've got something that's going to do every kind of job. My favourite, without a shadow of a doubt, is that navy there. I think it's exquisite, really lovely. We've then also got the lace in here for you. This is nice. It's kind of a bit vintage chic, this one, with those lacy designs. Great when you want to add texture, you don't actually add loose embellishments. This works perfectly for that. So you've got that one. And then finally, you've also got the animal print, which I just think is so much fun. It really is. So you've got these here. I think they're just exquisite, aren't they? The zebra is so much fun. You've got the tiger there too, the snake. It's all there for you. Do grab those. So in there, you're going to get 96 sheets in total for £27. Now, that's about 27 pence a sheet, something like that. For 350 GSM, adorable scorable, that is unrivaled value for money that you are looking at right there. It's very, very busy. Remember, new for this show, fifth of the stock has gone here too. I feel like this is up your street, this one, Sara.
Do you know what? I'm going to be using that. Do you want me to do that next, or do you want me to do the Spring Meadow? What's the...
Well, Spring Meadow's definitely going to sell out. So
right, okay, let me do that one then. Before, if that's
Awesome.
going to sell out, I need to get in before it's going to sell out, right? Right, I'm keeping it nice and simple. What I've done is, right, so in your, in your craft boxes, you get loads of the cards and envelopes. This is how simple I've kept it. I've taken one of the cards and envelopes, so I've taken an A6 size one, right? So an A6, by the way, anybody who's not familiar with it, oh, I quite like that on that side. Oh, yes, right. I didn't know which side to go with, right? Do you know, it kills me when these are so lovely double-sided. So I've just gone with a really simple A6 card, and I'm just doing one of the beautiful papers onto the background, all right? And then I'm going to raise up the topper sheet just to go on the front here. And then you can make these for any occasion you want, Joe. But what I quite like the idea of, and I do these quite a lot, making little card and envelope notelet sets. So you see, that'll just go onto the front of there, nice and simple. And then if you want to go a little bit further, you see I've done a couple of these. So I've done a couple of different ones here, and then you can finish it off. So let's have a look.
Love those backing papers,
do the
aren't they?
daffodil
So pretty with the lilies.
I think I might go and do the daffodil on the bottom corner. I do quite like that.
I actually like as well. These would be lovely to make little envelope boxes, Sara, and put maybe some seed packs in and give to someone.
I like, do you know our Charlie's favourite flowers at the moment are daffodils? Let's have a look. I think I might put this one on the back. Favourite flowers are daffodils. He just keeps telling me every day, because obviously they're all starting to come out, how much he loves the daffodils. So how lovely to be able to do somebody a little set of all of these lovely little notelets. And like you say, if you want to do the little seed packs on there as well. And then also you can finish them all off with the matching envelope and put a little thing on the front of the envelope. So if you've done a little pack of cards and envelopes like this, let me show you how we can now make a nice little box to put them all in, okay? So let's assume you've done them. I'm going to use that adorable scorable in the exact matching colours, because this is beautiful. It's that lovely, lovely bendy ink, okay? Now, if you want to make a box for your A6 cards, and I'm going to go about 1 inch deep, right? So these are A6, so I want you to cut your 2 pieces of card to 6 3/4, right, by 8.5. So 6 3/4 by 8.5, and I've cut 2 pieces exactly the same size, Joe. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go blue on the top and green on the bottom. And so again, using the scoring board, I'm going to go at 1 inch deep. So you come to 1 inch and you score all 4 sides at 1 inch. And that is the lid. Now, I'm not worried about how hard I'm pressing on here. I'm not worried about how that score line's going to be, because it's the adorable scorable with the bendy ink. And then I'm also going to bring this one down here and I'm going to rest it against the bottom side and I'm going to read to 1 inch along the bottom. But it's not 1 inch really. What it is 1 inch plus a little bit. And it's that plus a little bit that is going to make you a box where the base is a tiny little bit higher than the lid. And that tiny little bit of extra height is basically pinched off the bottom. So it means you get a base that's a tiny little bit smaller. So here we go with that bendy ink. I'm just going to fold and crease those burnish lines. And all I would say is any of you ordering from the US, okay, get yourself stocked up on the gorgeous cardstock because honestly, and I've been to the US many, many times, I can tell you, you have nothing like the cardstocks we have over here readily available in your stores. It's just not the same.
Why do you think that is, Sarah?
Well, do you know, over in the US, there's a lot of scrapbooking. Scrapbooking is a lot more popular, or it always has been, than card making. And if you're doing a scrapbook page, quite often your scrapbook page is going into like a page protector.
Right,
so
okay.
for a lot of people, you don't need anything really thick. Whereas for card making or box making, as we do a lot of here, you need really great quality base card for construction. So what we call cardstock is stuff that we're using for construction. Over in the US, what they call cardstock, quite often for us, we would just class as paper. So I think that's why whenever we do our paper shows like this, we can never ever keep the paper in stock because it's always in just such high demand. Because we want to do things like construct boxes with it and do, you know, gorgeous base cards, like the strength that what you would expect, really.
Oh, we've got a new viewer klaxon, Sarah, a new viewer alert.
Yes, lovely.
Caroline French says, I've not watched this channel before, but what fun. Do you reckon
Brilliant.
Do you reckon she's Dawn French's
Well-
sister? She might be. Caroline, where are you watching from? Do let us know. We
Well,
love getting newbies, don't we, Sarah?
And now you found us, that's it. I'll warn you, we become a little bit of an addiction. So, do you know there's a lot of people who watch us who don't even craft, who just enjoy watching the demonstrations, Joe?
Yeah,
My
absolutely.
mother-in-law watches almost every one of our shows, and I keep saying to her, should I bring you some of that stuff home, Val? I've got her into it now, though, with a little bit of the... she's been doing some little bits of colouring, so she's really getting into the colouring.
We need to get her into a craft along.
Well,
or
you know,
a craft class.
She popped in on Friday, actually. Thursday.
saw
They
the
had
pictures,
They had
yes.
our chat, so they just popped in, and I was like, oh, you know, you could go in the studio, Val, they're live on air in there. You could go and see how they're getting on. Oh, no, I couldn't do that. So,
Well, hello, Val, if you are watching. Val makes really good cups of tea, doesn't she, Sarah? I've had a socially distanced cuppa in her garden in the summer, and it was delicious. She's always got good snacks in as well, Val.
proper mother-in-law's big good biscuit tin at Val's house. Really good biscuit tin always. So yes, she won't be able to watch today because she'll have been to pick my kids up from school, and which means there's not enough TVs in the house for her to get a look in. By the time one kid's on one and the other kid's on the other.
So what will be on what TV at the moment, do you reckon?
Well, our Oliver likes to watch Unspeakable on YouTube. That is his YouTube channel of choice. Unspeakable. So it's this lad called Nathan who teaches them how to play computer games really well.
Right, okay.
So, I mean, the excitement is just off the chart. And then on the other TV, I always try and say, you're not going to watch Mummy and Uncle Joe on the telly? And he's not having any of it. Our Charlie's like, no, Mummy, we're going to watch, Paw Patrol or Peppa Pig or whatever it is that day. But, we don't feature up there, Joe. It was novel. First couple of shows we did.
For a while. Lockdown 1, they were pretty good.
Lockdown 1, they were okay, and then and now we're just not that exciting anymore, Joe. We're just
not Peppa Pig. Yeah. That's the problem, isn't it?
We're just not there. We haven't made it. So right, here we go. Look at this. All I've done is used some of those lovely papers to kind of finish off all around there, and I used the Collard all-purpose so that I could really strengthen the edges. And then I've just taken one of the topper kits from there. And what I'm going to do, Joe, is just pop that out. Is it still here or has it sold out?
It's just there by a thread.
Hang on.
There are 18 in stock now and 23 people trying to get hold of it.
Right, so basically, if you sat with it in your basket, doesn't mean it's yours anymore. It means it's the fastest finger first to check out. I always panic when it gets to that stage, Joy. I always feel guilty somehow, but we do give people plenty of warning when that's the case, but people still get really, really upset if that happens. I know. I've been there, been on the receiving end of that a lot.
It's not good.
No. Right, here we go then. So I'm just going to put a couple of nice foam pads on there, Joe. Oh, I do like it when we've got the extra large foam pads in stock.
Did you see, have you seen the foam pad sheets that Jan's been using?
Oh yeah, it's brilliant.
They
isn't
are
it?
awesome.
Yes.
They're in stock on the website.
We've got all sorts. Yeah, I was using them on my penny slider show last week. Wow, that was a busy show.
Yet. They look amazing.
Oh, hey, what a busy show that was on Friday. It was wonderful. And I was with the lovely Rebecca.
Oh, yes, she's settling in really well, I hear.
So she did ever so good, bless her. It was lovely to do a show with her. Let's have a little look. I'm going to use a couple of these diamond sparkles on here as well, Joe.
Now, all of these kind of bits, all the embellishment bits, Sarah, so like the diamond sparkle, I love that they're on a roll, makes it so easy. Those, the gilding flakes, the glitters, the prism glimmer mist, there's loads of them in stock over on the website. So go to the homepage, craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au, click shop the show, scroll down and you'll see loads of really fun embellishments down there.
Right, hang on, I'm losing me.
Now these are, I just think these are absolutely awesome.
I should have gone with the roll. It would have been a lot easier, shouldn't I?
I thought you had the roll.
Yeah, let's have a
The
look.
roll
I
is on there as
got
well.
I got the roll, but I should have just kept them rolled on like that. Should have kept them on the roll like this here. Look how much easier it is when you put them on the roll. And this is why, see, a lot of the cards I do, they always call for, like, if you're copying off ones on the internet, which I do a lot, they always call for, like, 3 gems in a little row.
Nice when they're spaced, already spaced for you as well.
Already perfectly spaced.
They can be fiddly, can't they, to get the spacings even as the individual ones. That looks awesome.
Don't have to worry about it. And then my cards, look at that, fit absolutely perfect. I've made it the size for the envelopes, by the way, because the envelopes are always a little bit bigger than the cards. And then you've got that lovely box goes over top of it. Isn't that lovely?
Now, not only is Caroline French a first-time viewer, she has ordered first time watching the show as well.
Caroline, let me warn you.
She says...
it's a slippery slope downwards. Because what happens now is not only have you ordered, but I bet you've joined our club. So if you've joined Club Inspire, you are on the start of an amazing journey, and you'll be back here every few days telling us how you're getting on. And do you know what? You're about to make a ton of brand new friends. It's awesome.
Absolutely. I think we need to get Caroline booked in for a craft along. That's what we need to do. Caroline is from a small, from the south coast in the UK, a little town called Gosport, which is in Hampshire. I think it's not too far from Portsmouth, if memory serves. So I've also ordered the bunny collection, so I cannot wait to get started. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Loads of people chatting away with us as well. Vicky says, I'm supposed to be sprinkling the craft room tomorrow, but I've got a feeling I'll be trying this demo instead. Yes. Much more fun. Leave the cleaning. It'll keep. Adams Rose says, I'm always so amazed at the talent here. Y'all are fabulous, which is so lovely. Monica says, I have got to make those gift boxes of chocolate. They are beautiful. Thank you, Sara. Really loving that demonstration. Therese and Clarden also loving that earlier inspiration. Stephanie loving the animal prints too. Eve B saying the daffodils are so right on time for springtime. This is definitely a Save the Show event. Too many awesome source projects between Craig and Sara, says Hadassah. Who else is here? Julie says, I love the paper. Thank you, Sara and Joe, for this wonderful show. Connie saying, please continue to offer Hunkydory. It was beautiful. Would have never discovered it if not for Crafter's Companion. There's loads more shows planned in, isn't there, Sara, with Hunkydory items?
Loads of shows. Luckily for you guys, I'm good friends with the guys at Hunkydory, so yes, they have said we can have loads of product and we can be doing regular features. Because the thing is, once you've learned this, like for example, these projects that I've just done, you can do them over and over again with every single one of the Hunkydory kits we ever stock. So once you've learned the techniques, you can keep coming back to any of these Hunkydory shows to learn loads of new stuff.
Awesome, that is so fantastic. Now, the Spring Melody. It has sold out and gone. Congratulations, if you got it. It's going into the craft vault. There it goes. So congratulations if you got that. We must go to, do we still have the Spring Melody Adorable Scorable, Johnny? That is still available. I mean, it's gorgeous in its own right. So if you want to get hold of that, absolutely. About 2/3 of the stock of that one has now sold out and gone as well. So if you want to grab hold of that, do be quick for that one as well. That is on a great uncoated cardstock. So if you want to ink and stamp on that, absolutely you can. Now, we're going to go back to this lovely, there's so much. I just want you to appreciate just how much cardstock's here. Ready? I know. Oh. That is the thud of confidence, isn't it? Because it's 350 GSM and you're getting 96 sheets, which is absolutely loads. So here is your polka dots. I think these are very almost like Cath Kidston, these ones. They've got a real kind of 60s, 70s chic vibe to them, which I love. So you've got those ones in there. The next ones we've got here are the florals, which are just beautiful. And florals are timeless, aren't they? You always know that if you've got lots of florals in your stash, you can go to these and they're going to work for so many different things. This one, I am literally obsessed with. I think it is incredible. And then you've got a vast array of different colours and flowers in there. We've then got the lace, which I'm seeing, I think it's a bit French, the lace, which is awesome. Again, lots of lovely designs in there. Loads of texture on that, considering it is a 2D piece of cardstock as well. And then, without a doubt, you don't... So the thing is, it would be a really hard choice, this, wouldn't it? If you had to pick one of these 4, well, you don't have to pick. I know. Yeah, £27. You get all of them, which is amazing. Then you've got your animal prints in here. What's your favourite animal, Sara?
Oh, do you know, I wouldn't like to say my favourite animal. I do like a leopard print in terms of the print. We did A to Z of animals with our Charlie at the weekend, and he was coming up with animals we'd never even heard of.
Oh, really?
And then we Googled them and they actually existed. So I have no idea where he's learnt all that from.
Do you want to hear a funny one that my uncle told me when I was about Charlie's age, and I believed it for years and years and years? He told me that, like, doner kebabs in the kebab shop, they are actually kebabimals. They're actually an animal. And I believed that until I was about 11 years old. Can you imagine the hysterics when I told someone in school about kebabimals and how I'd never seen them in the wild? There's no kebabimal print in here, but you have got lots of gorgeous, gorgeous cardstocks. And the weight of this, Sara, 350 is something we don't see an awful lot of, is it?
No, but it's brilliant if you're wanting to do boxes, if you're wanting to do more advanced projects. I just thought, now I've got my enveloper and score master on, I'd like to show you a couple of different cards and then some boxes and some different things that we can go with it, okay?
Sounds awesome.
So, prepare to have your little socks blown off, right? So let's start with the tiger print, right? This is all A4, folks, so I'm going to give you all the sizes in A4 sizes. So I'm going to trim this in half first of all. So it is 8 1/4, so I'm going to go to 4 1/8 of an inch, right? And then what I'm going to do is, right, do you want me to do it? I tell you what, I'll do it in inches on here. So what I'll do is I'll trim these down a little bit further. I'm going to trim them to 4 so that we've got a nice round number. Right, so 4 by, let's have a look, 4 by 11. Yep, 4 by 11. And I'll do another one here with my other half. So I'm going to 4 by 11 because I worry that some people might not have the UK Ultimate. So I want to give you sizes that you're going to be able to use with what you've got. Right? So what you're going to do with this one is we're going to take this, right? We're going to mark the halfway point. So watch this, halfway point here, right? So it's 4 inches, we're going to mark halfway at 2. Going to come along here, 4 inches, mark halfway at 2, right? Now, 11 inches, so 5 1/2 is the halfway point there, isn't it? Now, is this scoring board one of the ones that we've drawn on? No, so do you know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to get a pencil or a pen, and we're going to have to draw straight up the middle of it, right? So this is the new and improved version. If you pay a bit extra for this in the shop, look at this, right? Just draw a line down the middle, right? And do you know why we do that? So that now I can line up that line there, and if I tilt this round, I'm looking to line it up with the edge on here. Can you see? So I wouldn't know what was the same line unless I drew that line down the middle. That's why you do. If you ever see the ones that we've drawn on and you wonder why it is, now you know why.
They're not limited edition ones.
They're not limited edition. You don't have to pay extra for them, you know. And you know, it's up to you if you want to draw onto it. I resisted drawing on mine for ages. Debbie Robinson's like, well, why? Just make it easier for yourself to use. So look at that.
It's the return of the Robinson later today.
Oh, I know. I'm excited to see her.
We haven't seen her for a while. She is excited. I've texted her. I said that I am giddy. She's giddy. It's going to be a fun show. 7 p.m. here in the UK, which is 3 p.m. on the East Coast. Make sure you join myself and Debbie for a great Monday Makers. Is it 3 p.m?
Well,
it is now.
Yes, I was just going to say, is that the one now? The clocks have changed.
Well, and you'll just get used to it, and then it'll change again a week on Sunday when our clocks change. Look at that. Beautiful. Isn't
that brilliant? And then all you're going to do, I don't know if I've got a little piece of ribbon, because if I had a piece of ribbon, right, all I would do is I would get my pokey tool, I would be putting my pokey tool through here, right, and then also through the other side, so hold 2 sides together. I mean, if you've got a hole punch, it's even better, but if you haven't, can you see, just put the pokey tool in, just thread straight through the next one, and then it actually holds into a full little 3D little box.
Awesome.
Right?
There was some ribbon on Craft Vault earlier today, so grab it there with the...
See if we've got some and fill that up. So that's how... Do you want me to give you the sizes again?
Yes, please.
Because I've got that other one, right? And watch how quick they can be. So I've cut it to 4 inches wide by 11. I'm going to mark it at 2 here and also 2 there. Then I'm going to go with this one here, and I'm going to go at 5 1/2 inches across the middle. which is the halfway point. And then I'm lining this up here and to the edge here. So you're just going to go straight across there. Then I'm going to go from here, cross the middle to this one here. So you're just coming diagonally with all of these. And then I'm going to do the same on this one, straight down the middle. And then I'm going to do the same one here, straight down the middle there. And then all you're doing is creasing and folding all those lines. So really, what did you say it was, 27 pence a sheet?
Yeah, roughly about that.
Yeah.
You get 96 sheets in total and it's £27. So just over 25 pence a sheet somewhere.
Yeah. So really, these little boxes are costing you like 12.5 pence each.
How amazing.
I mean, aren't they just gorgeous? They're just fabulous. So that is if we're doing like little boxes, and also they look lovely, by the way, if you do a few of them and do them in like a little
They
bit
look
of
like
a
little duck's feet.
They do, don't they? They do. and then I always like, so if you're doing like wedding favours, these are brilliant for little sugared almonds. So you can put like little sugared almonds or whatever inside and do them as your little wedding favours in the middle. How cute's that? Right, so there we go. So that is like a nice little boxes. Do you think I've got time?
Johnny's sister-in-law is a tiger keeper. How did we not know about this?
Amazing.
And also, and her husband-to-be is a lion keeper.
Oh, well, do you know what? I think you need to be getting some of this cardstock because you'll be able to do some awesome. Apparently, Johnny's wife's going to be doing some lovely wedding favours for them.
How amazing! These will be perfect.
Absolutely. I like the giraffe print at the back there. Do you want me to show you? Should we do another type of box?
Yeah, please.
Right, come on, right. What I'm going to do is, I'm trying to think. Right, no, I'm going to explain to you. We're going to stick with the A4 sizes. Let's measure this, right? So A4 is 11 3/4 of an inch, right?
Awesome.
Which you can't see because it's here, right? So it's 11 3/4. So what's half of that, Johnny?
5 and 3/4. No.
5.
6, just under 6, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, oh, of course we know that. It's one little notch under 6. That's how we do the halfway point. So watch what you do, right? I'm going to score this in half, right? So one little notch before the 6, right, will be the halfway point. But what we're going to do is we're going to do an inch tram line up here. So I'm going to come one little notch before the 5.5 and score up, right? And I'm going to come one little notch before the 6.5 and score up.
It's interesting that you can score away from yourself, Sarah, because I know a lot of the people have to move it around the other way and do it down, don't they?
I'm just used to scoring up. So yes, so all you're doing is the halfway point, and then we're coming half an inch either side, right? So this is going to be the base of a box, so I'm going to score an inch on all 3 sides of this one here. So an inch, then here, and I'm going to go with an inch right through this 2 score lines, and then I'm going to go an inch on this side and come right down to there. So if I turn it over, you might be able to see it a little bit easier. And you see I've basically got a box scored on one half of it. Yep. Then on this side, I'm going to use box lid, and I'm going to score it an inch on the box lid. All right, so I'm going to go an inch, then I'm going to come an inch down to here.
Oh, I love this one.
And then I'm going to come an inch up to here, all right? Now, at this point, folks, if you wanted to do something clever, if you had like your nesting dies, you could die cut like an oval or whatever it is you wanted into the front of there. I'm just going to keep it simple. But watch what we're going to do. We're going to crease that line there, and because this is adorable scorable, it's got that lovely bendy ink on. So this is where the box lid hit the box base, right? So I've just cut that straight up. And then you're going to score all of your other crease lines and give them that lovely burnish. Now this is absolutely one of my favourite boxes to do, because anybody who's not a crafter can never really follow how you've done this. It just looks really impressive. So there's the base of my box, and then my lid is only going to have 3 sides because it's going to tag all on here. So then all I'm doing, Johnny, is let's use the smaller scissors. Right, I'm going to come up. I don't know why I decided I called you Johnny there. It's because our lovely Johnny is talking in my ear.
Are you calling me Johnny?
I called you Johnny.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Johnny's in the gallery.
Right.
Some people were just asking, where is the centre line on that scoreboard, Sarah? What number is it?
Right, so one little notch before 6.
One little notch before 6.
Sorry. One little notch before 6 is not the centre line. That is if you're wanting to do half of A4, right? If you're wanting to do the centre line, you put it wherever you want. I put it at 4 inches, just for, I find that an easier one to kind of mark off as it was.
Awesome.
Right.
Fred's letting us know that Club Inspire apparently is where all the cool kids hang out, Sarah.
Oh, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Couldn't agree more with that.
Tansy Pans is saying maybe I need to try and draw a kebab. No, let's just leave it there, I think, Tansy Pans. Chivixon says those papers can be used for anything so beautiful. Yolanda said she's definitely saving this live because all of the demonstrations have been amazing. That's a really good point. If you want to save it on Facebook, you can. Maybe you want to share it with some of your crafty friends. Just hit the share down in the bottom of the feed. That'll do that. And you can also bookmark this over on YouTube so you can find it at a later date. That is amazing.
Isn't it brilliant? And how it's one sheet of card. So, Joe, 25p. 25p makes you this fabulous little box. Now, if you were making like homemade cookies, homemade fudge, little sweeties or anything like that, how amazing is that little box to be made? And this is just me now thinking, right, we've got all of this lovely cardstock. What can we do? What can I teach you? Loads of ideas. I'll get ready. We'll do something else as well, Joe.
If you want to go for the Score Master, you can. You get the Score Master and you get the Envelope Box Creator as well, which is fantastic. £19 or $19. Do grab that. And I think it's invaluable. I think if you've just seen in this show, you're going to make your money back on that so quickly compared to what you would be paying for boxes. And the problem is you go into a shop or something to buy a box, right? It's never exactly what you want, is it? Because you can't make it out of the cardstock. And then to get it in the size that you need, it's an absolute minefield. With that, just make it yourself, which is awesome. Right, we're going to go back to the Acorn wood. Now, it is very, very limited stock. It's going to go... I'm going to put my neck on the line and say it's going to go before the end of the show. What you're getting in here is your luxury topper collection. So you're getting 4 designs. You're going to get 2 of each. So that's 8 sheets of the luxury toppers. Every single one of these crammed full. Big toppers, small toppers, different shapes. You've got borders in here too. You really do have a little bit of everything inside every one of these. Then what you've got is your cardstock. So you've got your luxury cardstock, and what you've got is you've got 8 printed sheets and 8 foiled and printed sheets. You've got 2 designs, you've got 1 of design there, so you'll get double what I'm showing you there and double what I've just shown you there in the toppers as well. Now, with this one, the Acorn wood inserts, you've then got 36 beautiful inserts. The same imagery from the main collection, it's just in a sort of muted, more muted colourway. So it's going to work beautifully on the inside of your cards. Makes gorgeous floaty inserts. You've got that in there. And you're also receiving the 6x6 paper pad as well. And this is fantastic because in here what you've got beautiful imagery, but then the perfect backing paper to go with it as well, which is fantastic. 48 sheets in there, 160 GSM, 12 designs, 4 of each there in that pad for you. £27.97 or £41.27. If you want it, you need to be quick. If it's in your basket, we are also, like we were with the Floral Meadow, we're in a position where we've got more of you trying to get that now than we actually have stock available, so you will need to get that. There is also a corresponding card stock pack that goes with that. It is the Matte-tastic. Matte-tastic means it's still that gorgeous, adorable scorable, so it's still the bendy ink properties, but it doesn't have a coating or a shine on it. It's matte, so if you want to ink it, you want to stamp on it, absolutely you can. It is still, though, that 350 GSM, so it's great quality and awesome for a whole host of things, but particularly if you want to do things like construction. Now, we're going to move on. The Essential Books of Sentiment. So we've got the regular one here first. They're basically the same, but they're in 2 different finishes, essentially. So what you've got here are all your sentiments. You've actually got, in this book, an incredible amount of sentiments in here. 640 sentiments. Lots of different colourways, lots of different styles as well. So this one's all about the dads, the husbands, the sons, so all the male family members. But you've literally got something for everything, from retirements to anniversary to sympathies. There is something in there for absolutely every occasion you could want in a vast arrangement of different colourways. You can either get it in the standard finish. You see, what I mean by that is, see the bits between the foiling? That's quite shiny there. Can you see how that's nice and shiny? You can have it in a matte finish as well. Exactly the same in the matte finish Same price. A lot of you multi-ordering going for both of those. Same price on each, $11.99 or $17.49 if you want to get those. Go for both of those. You've got 1,280 sentiments across the both of those, which is awesome. So let's also have a quick look at the Miri card, because this is just gorgeous. It is the rainbow Miri card that we're having a look at. Really beautiful, 2 different styles. So you've got the geometric, which is this one here, and then you've got 3 designs in here, 10 sheets of each. I love that one. It's like a kaleidoscope, isn't it? Really, really lovely. And then what you've got is the rainbow. And again, with the rainbow, you've got this kind of target almost, which is this one just here. Then you've got like a side, corner to corner ombre. And then you've got like an end to end ombre as well. Really lovely. 60 sheets of Miri card there. That's an awesome price to get that for £20 or $29. £16 for platinum members. Half the stock here also now sold out and gone. You'll need to check out your baskets if you've got those in there. Really, really busy still on absolutely everything. Rose says the box Sara just made would be awesome for jigsaw pieces. Great idea.
Yes.
Or if you had the, you could make your jigsaw, couldn't you, Sara, and then pop it in there.
Yes, because how big's this when you finish it? It comes out at like a 4 by, roughly a 4 by 6, just larger than 4 by 6. Oh, this is perfect for your A2 cards. Those of you in the US, literally perfect for your 4 by 6 cards. Or you could do a little 6 by 4. So do your 5 by 7 or your 10 by 8 jigsaw, and then stick your picture on the front, little 4 by 6 picture on the front, so you can see what you're working off.
Absolutely
how brilliant
beautiful.
Are they? And how easy was this to do?
Judy says the boxes are so cool and they look so easy to make. We'll be giving these a go. Laura May says as well, I love my Scoremaster and my Ultimate Pro. I really did expect much because it looks so simple, but wow, what an amazing tool. Absolutely. And this kind of cardstock, Sara, was built, wasn't it, for your Ultimate Pro and your
Built
Scoremaster?
for construction. Do you know what? I'm going to go another step. I'm going to teach you a card that I've never ever taught before on Crafters TV, and I'm going to then teach you a technique for making a perfect box that I've never ever taught before on Crafters TV.
Exclusive.
And I'm going to use that gorgeous cardstock that you're absolutely loving, Joe. So, do you want me to pick that lovely...
Oh, the navy one and
the
mustard.
navy one, because
yeah,
he loves
love
it.
That.
Right, watch this. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to cut this in half lengthways, right? So, I do a lot of cards and boxes with like a half of this. So, it's A4 size, so it's 4 and an eighth of an inch roughly, right? Now, watch what we're going to do. I'm going to use my UK Ultimate because I've got all of my sizes here for A4 cardstock. So watch what we're going to do, Joe, right? We're going to rest up against the top where the handle is. I want you to score gatefold A4, right? So gatefold A4, score there. And then also half fold A4, right? So gatefold A4 and half fold A4. Then turn it right around. And I don't want you to score gatefold A4, but I want you to just put little notches at the sides like this, right? And then turn it right round this way and put a little notch for gatefold A5. Right, followed that?
Got that.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to pick one of these lines. So we'll pick the one immediately under the wavy line. And I'm going to line up that little notch with the little notch we made here. Right, so we're going straight across with our little notches. And then turn it around and do the same here. So there's our little notch. Twist it round. There's our little notch at the top. And we're going to take those two there. Right, so we now have a point at the top. Then what we're going to do is go from the little notch here diagonally down to the bottom end here where I put that score line. Now I think it might be easier for you to see it on this side. So can you see we've got the point there. There's our little notches. There's the halfway fold and there's the next one. I'm going from this little notch down to this corner here, and I'm going from this little notch up to that corner there. So I'm just going to get them lined up there, down to here, and go straight across. There we go. And then exactly the same, little notch here, twist it round to there, and I'm going straight across there. That is all the scoring that you need to do. Now, these are lovely. They're called a jump-up card, this one. So I'm going to fold and burnish all of those crease lines. And because we've used that lovely, adorable scorable, you don't need to worry about are we going to get any cracks. Even though it's a printed cardstock, it will literally be absolutely perfect by the time we finish. All right? Now, watch what this does, right? You're going to put a little bit of tape along here, seal that shut, little bit of tape down here, seal that shut. Right, there's our point at the top. And then this one in here, if I just crease this.
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
This pushes into the middle, right? and then the bottom comes up. And it forms into, and so when you look at it from the front, it's called a diamond pop forward. So it stands up like that. And then this part here, what can you see? I'm going to put tape in this little bit here, and I'm going to seal that whole thing closed, so that then that is nice and flat to go in an envelope, and it goes in a regular A2 envelope, A6 envelope, sorry, if you're in the UK, and then there's my diamond pop forward.
That is so fabulous.
Isn't it brilliant?
Now, it'd be nice with little pictures on there or something, wouldn't
well,
it?
I'm going to go one of two ways now, Joe, right? I'm going to teach you how to make an envelope for it, and I'm also going to teach you how to make a box for it,
awesome.
Right? So let's go with envelope first. So this card is let's go 4.5 inches by 6 inches, right? So I'm going to come into my envelopes, and I'm going to go, let's just do a nice flat one, right? So 4.5 by 6, right? 4.5 by 6, flat envelope, you need 7 7/8 of an inch. So let's have a little look. Let's get a piece of cardstock. 7 7/8. So I'm coming 7 7/8, so basically just before the 8. And then I'm coming right round here, 7 7/8, just before the 8. Here we go. And it was 4.5 by 6. E and H, right? Oh, I had my posh voice on there. H, as opposed to H. And then, right, was it E and H? Right, into the corner, E line, right? Right around, and then we're going to go E line again. And then on the other side, the other line was H. So you go into there, and we're going to go H line, which just crosses. And then on this side as well, H line just crosses. In these corners, you're just cutting out. Now look what I do. I like to round them a little bit like this. Can you see? I might do it on the white side so that you can see a little bit easier.
So with a flat envelope, then, do you round all the corners, Sarah?
I do, yes. Because you don't need to construct it as a box. So there we go, all 4 corners. And then you're just folding over, creasing those lines. Now you can either use your tape pen, or if you're wanting to be really, really good and get a perfect stick, use your ultra thin red liner tape. So I'm just going to take this off the edge there, and I'm going to go just nicely up the very, very edge point here. And nobody is going to ever know that's there, because it's just going to be absolutely perfect.
Single figures on the Acorn wood, I'm being told. Just single figures left to check out.
So that demo I was about to do on the Acorn wood, basically I think I've had it, haven't I? Oh,
it's going to go, I'm afraid. Loads and loads of love for all of these demonstrations today. People are saying they think they should get 1 vote for Craig's demos and 1 for yours. And I'm sorry, it's not called Vote of the Demonstrator. It is called, Vote of the Expert. It's called Vote, Card Creation of the Show, Sarah, isn't it?
Well, it depends. It depends on if you think I'm going to win or not.
You're absolutely going to win. With the chocolate bar is, without a shadow of a doubt, going to win. So,
well, I know it's not as pretty, this one, but I tell you what, it's some good techniques to learn.
But there was already a steward's inquiry last night because of the card of the week, the creation of the week. There may have been a little bit of bias on my point towards Bernie's bag, which resulted in it winning. And the other experts, there's been stern words today.
Has there? Well, you see. Look at that! How awesome is that little card? Now,
incredible.
do you want me to go on and show you? So that's how you get a perfect envelope for it, okay? Let's get a box for it, and I'm going to teach you a technique called the magic ruler technique. Right? So let me just get
magic ruler.
The magic ruler.
I thought you said roulette for a second. Then I was like, we're playing roulette.
I'm going to make a magic ruler out of this bit of cardstock so you can see it. Right? Let's make our box 1 inch deep. So you need a magic ruler that is 1 inch deep. So look what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pop my cardstock under here. I'm going to put it at 1 inch, right? Hold that in place so that it doesn't move. In fact, let's go 1 inch and a tiny little bit. So that 1 inch and a quarter so that we're comfortable. Yeah, 1 inch and a quarter. Hold that in place. So that is a magic ruler. That is 1 inch and a quarter deep, right? Come on, you get out there. Right, perfect. This is my magic ruler. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the card, and you know what? I've seen some beautiful cardstock in this pack. I'm going to make the lid and the base out of these 2 different cardstocks because they match each other beautifully. Aren't they lovely? So I'm going to go with this for the base and this for the lid, right? So here's what we do. We're going to get just a little bit of tape, and I'm just going to stick this shut, right? And I'm going to hold this in place in the middle of my, here we go, middle of my cardstock, right? No, you're supposed to stick down. Right, here we go. Right, all stuck down. Now, let me just get, I'm going to do it in a thick marker so that you guys can see it, right? I'm going to use this as a magic ruler. So I'm going to hold this here, and I'm going to hold the ruler up against the edge, and I'm just going to draw right round the ruler. Are you with this?
Got ya.
So I'm using this as a magic ruler to give me the exact right size box. Because I wanted the box to be 1 inch deep, I've gone with 1 inch and a quarter.
I see.
So I've got a little bit of space in here, right? So there is my magic ruler all the way around the outside, right? And you, oh, don't take the lid off there. You need 2 pieces because you need a lid and a base exactly the same size, all right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold those together, and I'm going to trim both of these pieces of card to exactly the same size, and exactly the size that we've said. Let's have a little look. You've got to get it right on the line there. To exactly the right size for the magic ruler technique. There we go. So I'm just going to trim all 4 sides, Joe.
Awesome. It was Molly says Sara is like a scoring and folding ninja in the studio today. Susan says rightly, Bernie deserved her win. Her bag was amazing and I loved it. Yes, she did, Susan, and that is why it won. Monica says I could watch Sara do cards, envelopes and boxes all day. She doesn't even have to decorate them. She's just fantastic. Do you know what? You can watch Sara do cards and boxes all day. Because I reckon there's probably a day's worth of content on our website, Sara, of you making boxes and card concepts.
Easily. There's easy that much. Right, let's have a look. Are we making this one the base, this one the lid? Right, come and let me teach you how you do this a little bit different, okay? So, I'm going to go at 1 inch. So you go 1 inch and you score it. And you're going to go on all 4 sides at 1 inch. Sorry, there's 5 sides to this box, isn't there? And also, I've specifically chosen this box because you've got some acute angles and you've got some obtuse angles, right? So, if I turn that over, this is an acute angle. These are obtuse angles, right? And what I'll do is, for the benefit of the camera, is I'll just draw on here where that score line is, right? So the score line goes along there, and then it comes along here, right? And you don't assemble the box like that. What we need to do is put the 90-degree corners in. So watch what I'm going to do, and I'll use that scoring line there. I'm going to hold this jaw and find that line underneath. Yep, so can you see I found the line that we're drawing on with blue. And then I'm tilting this so that it's perfectly horizontal. So can you see I'm lining all those pieces up with the edge, and I'm going to score right out to the edge there. Yep. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to hold the thing in place and turn it round so that we're all lined up along that edge, all lined up happily, and I'm going to go straight out to the edge. Yep. I'm going to do that again.
Awesome.
So here is where my 2 lines cross. I've got the tool in there, and I'm just finding that line. I'm tilting these so that this is 90 degrees. Yep, and I'm putting the score line in. Back to the centre, tilting it so these are all right up there. So they are all lined up with the edge, and I'm putting that line in the corner, right? And then all you do, Joe, is you essentially rub out this line. So it's easy if you score that way to ignore that line there. So now what you're doing is your lines come along here and then up there and along here and up there, right? We're ignoring this one here and this one here. Okay? So it's the same here. You're going to ignore this one and ignore this one, and we're going with these 2 new ones that we've drawn here. And then it's exactly the same with these acute angles, right? There's the cross. Where they are lining up, I'm holding that in place, getting into that line, turning it right around so we are lined up perfectly, all right? And then turning this right around so that we are lined up perfectly along the top as well, all right? And then all you're going to do, and bear in mind I do have to do this twice, folks, because this is the lid, I'm going to do the base as well, is you ignore your original score lines and you work to the new ones. So I'm going to come up there, colour in a little bit like that. And actually what you'll find is, when this, I'm going to cut the edges first. All right, actually, there we go. On these ones there, you don't need to cut a little notch because it's less than 90 degrees. And then I'm going to cut these little bits out. As long as you can see what I'm doing, Joe.
Fantastic.
Hopefully it'll make sense.
Lacquis, I tell you this, today's demos have a masterclass feel to them. Every demo, the kids go, I want to make that, and I'm saying, go finish your schooling. Let's just say we have a lot of bathroom breaks today. Caroline says, I'm glued to this. Pizza for dinner it is then. And Terry says, acute and obtuse angles. You can tell Sara has been teaching the boys math on lockdown.
Yes, she has indeed. We've been doing all sorts.
Now, don't forget, I know we are coming to the end of the show. We're going to vote for the demo in the show in just a second. Don't forget, there's another awesome show coming up a little later today as well. Monday Makers with myself and Debbie. The return of the Robinson, as I'm calling it. She's back with us, which is fantastic. And we've got loads of awesome stuff on the show for you as well. So do make sure you join us both for that. Monday Makers, we go a little bit more in depth with the demonstrations and the techniques. So you're going to learn loads in that later show as well. It is very busy already for lots of stuff. Don't forget also about the Get It, Got It Good deal that launched just today. My favourite ever collection. It's the vacation stamps and dies, and you get the paper pad with them as well at an absolutely knock your socks off bargain deal. So make sure you check that out over on the website too, because that's awesome. And remember as well, all of the weekly sewing deals launched today as well, because it's a Monday. So make sure you go and have a look at all of those over on our website as well. There's so much going on over on the website. Don't forget also about the National Craft Month giveaway. Every single day here on Crafters TV, we are giving away an absolute haul of amazing craft goodies. So you could be the winner. Mariah was the winner yesterday. Who's it going to be today? If you want to be in with a chance of winning, all you have to do is comment. Whether you do that over on Facebook, Crafters TV, or across on YouTube, Crafters Companion, then you will be automatically entered at random into that draw, and we'll pick that winner at random in that 7 p.m. show, which is 3 p.m. on the East Coast for the next couple of weeks, because obviously East Coasters are observing daylight saving now. So we'll catch you up in a couple of weeks' time. Week on Sunday, it'll all go back to normal
Pretty much again. When you get used to our new times, then we're going to be on new times with you again.
Absolutely,
so,
yes.
Yeah, sorry folks. The delight, eh?
It is, do you know what though? When the clocks change, it's one of the highlights of the whole year for me, Sara. That first few nights where you have that extra hour of daylight, it's just so awesome.
Yeah, I hear you, right? However, it's also, it really bothers me that this is the one where we lose an hour in bed.
Oh, but see, I don't start work till 11 a.m. every day, so it's not so bad. It's not so bad for me.
Not so bad for you.
No.
Not really too much of an issue. So yeah, so I'm just not going. It takes a little bit of selling for me on that one. The losing the extra hour in bed.
Oh, but it means you can have a barbecue in the evening. Sit out in the garden after work.
Yeah.
Oh,
see, my birthday's in April, and it always seems to me to mark the. For some reason, you know, I always look and I think, oh, we wouldn't even dream of having a barbecue in March. Yet we always seem to have a nice barbecue for my birthday in April.
The weather was actually glorious this time last year, you know.
It was our first lockdown, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Everyone was sat out in the garden enjoying the sun, apart from us, Joe, who got locked in the studio.
Just me and Sara and Laura. That was it for a whole 4 months. It was fun though.
It was great. You know, we'll look back on that time in our lives and be like, hey, can you remember when? Yes.
Absolutely. And we all got each other through it. Not just each other, but also us and the viewers. They got us through it. We got them through it.
You got us guys through it, definitely.
100%. Rosalind says, I haven't commented since Sara started making this box. I am so in awe of Sara's box making. Maureen Fairbrace says, I'm definitely going to use the magic ruler, but I'll have to watch back as I don't remember it all. Oh my word. Shut the front door and put the bins out. Look at that. It's like a little house as well.
It's like, well, I like to do that one because it shows you how to do a different, unique shaped card, but then you've also got the acute and obtuse angles at play. So you're going to learn these type of angles and these ones. And I know it looks a little bit of a mess inside where I've drawn on the angles for you to learn, but I'm really hoping you guys have actually learned, because I think that's a super cute card. You've now got a perfect size, how you do a perfect box, and you've also got the option of the envelope if you want to do with an envelope.
Absolutely awesome. Do you know what you could use as well? could use your country village dies to decorate that and make a little house out of that box. Would be a lovely idea, wouldn't it? Do you know what? Maybe actually, Sarah, you could use your country village templates and make boxes with them as well. Snipping them in half, putting them over the top of each other.
I like that
Just an idea. Right, we better vote on the demonstration of the show, hadn't we, Sarah?
Go on.
So what are you putting forward?
Right, well, I have to put Craig's forward as well, don't I? Because, you know,
I was just smiling at Debbie Robinson then through the window. All you saw was me look to the side and just go...
Hiya!
She's outside. She's here. The return of the Robinson. It's at 7 p.m. tonight.
Right.
That's gorgeous. So that's Craig's then, that first one.
Yes.
I love how gracious you're being in putting Craig's into the vote.
I am doing. And then this one was Craig. So are we going 1 and 2?
Awesome.
Yep. Then we'll call this one 3
winner.
or chocolate, if you want. You know, this is...
Awesome.
You missed the show. Where have you been, guys? Mini Egg's going to be on the go later. And then 4, we did the lovely little notelet box with all the little notelets in. That was a cute one, wasn't it? And then, right, I tell you what, I'm going to get a little bit cheeky here. That's 4. Then let's say we do 5 as lumping together how to do wedge boxes and mini pizza style boxes, right? So 5 can be this, pizza and wedge. 6 can be your diamond pop forward with the matching envelope and also the matching box. Yep. So 6 can be that one as well. So you guys go and vote till your heart's content and let me know which one you think's your favourite. And if it's Craig, we're falling out.
Awesome. You've got 2 or 3 minutes to get your votes in. Our social media superstar, who today is the lovely Rachel, will correlate the votes and let us know. I need to let you know that the Acorn wood has totally sold out and gone. Congratulations if you got hold of it. I would just love to do a little shout out for someone that has sent me the most beautiful gift. In fact, everyone received gifts today as well. I don't know if you've got yours yet, Sarah.
Oh, no, we've got presents, have we?
Yours is not in the box in the green room. I think someone must have popped yours in your office, so do have a look for it. And it is from a lovely viewer called Lauren Anderson in North Truro, not in Wales, in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Yeah,
has
in Massachusetts.
Truro as well.
She says, Dear Joe, whenever you are hosting, I never know where your presentation is going to take us. My favourite was the day when you had the hair piece story with Jan. It was about someone's German teacher who was called Mr. Piece, but obviously in German that's hair piece, so we did laugh. She says, I laugh every time and repeat it. When you think about it, how does a little tidbit like that even come up? You are such a conversationalist, too funny. I'm sending you a pink fairy with a bit of a hair situation going on. You're always complaining about your hair, so I know you won't mind. Enjoy, Lauren Anderson. Sent me this beautiful card as well. But look, Sarah, at this, right? I mean, this is me all over it. Check this out. It is a fairy.
My word, that's gorgeous.
It has got a glitter, a bottle of glitter there. It's also got a little thing here, and also it's having a bit of a hair situation under here, so it's got a nice big hat on as well.
That is absolutely...
How amazing is that?
Love that. And you say mine's in my office?
I think yours must be in your office, yes. We all got them. So,
I can't wait.
yeah. And we all got, all of our fairies all had little characteristics based on us as well.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I think we need to find somewhere to keep them in the studio, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to hang that on the tree at Christmas. That's going to be absolutely awesome. Right, should we see what the winner is? The winner, as we know, is number 3. I think it was a foregone conclusion.
Well, all I'm going to say is if this one's winning, I think it's going to need to keep the chocolate in it. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit meaningless having this standing on the
absolutely.
Standing on the thing.
Let's see if that's 6 days that's got to last, that chocolate in there.
6 days. Let's see if the chocolate's still in there on Sunday.
How many shows have you got between now and Sunday?
I have no idea. I cannot count. But yes, I know I've definitely got 2 on Friday.
Right.
I've got an awesome day lined up for you Friday.
Have you? What have you got?
I'm just saying. No, I can't tell you. It'll spoil the surprise.
Oh.
Brand new. And then more brand new, and then some more brand new, and some colouring, advanced colouring techniques. We did some stuff with the colour blend pencils the other week. You loved it, so I'm doing some advanced colouring with the pencils. Honestly, it is going to be an amazing day that we've got. Brand new stamps, brand new kits, all sorts. I'm not going to tell you anymore, just tune in on Friday.
Absolutely. Make sure you join Sara for that on Friday. I've got a great show coming up later with Debbie, as you know, and a lovely show coming. Lovely shows all day tomorrow, actually. I've got Wake Up Call with Craig. I've got a brilliant craft along with Debbie tomorrow.
Yes.
And I've got double Debbie, actually. And then I've got Debbie for launch party in the evening. It's going to be awesome. Let me quickly take you through the adorable scorable before we end this show. Those beautiful polka dots that you've got in here, I really love, especially the lemons and the greens in there, I think are amazing. Then you had all of those lovely floral ones in here too. These are stunning. These are your flourishing leaves that you've got here. I absolutely love that one there. I need that in a shirt, I think. It's gorgeous. And then we also had in here the very chic lace ones too, so just share with you these. This one's uncoated, the lace ones, so you want to ink that and stamp it, you can. It's all 350 GSM, which is an exceptional weight of cardstock, which is going to be awesome for card making, as well as a whole host of other projects. And then another one phase, all of these animal prints. You guys have absolutely loved that. Sara, can I say it's been an absolute pleasure to have a show with you today.
I've loved it, and I've really loved the fact that we've sold out of everything else, and I've just been showing you some lovely techniques with whatever we've got in stock here. I love them type of shows.
I've just been informed Truro in the UK isn't in Wales, so I don't know why I thought Truro was in Wales. Yeah, I have no idea where it is. Big thanks,
Cornwall,
of course.
it's in Cornwall.
So, is it in Cornwall?
Truro's in
I should
Cornwall.
know. I've been.
You know,
to...
why did I just go along with it when you said it as well? I wasn't even thinking.
I've been to Truro. How do I not know where it is?
Oh, here he goes now.
All right. I think I need to have a sit down, you know, and a cup of tea or something. Don't go anywhere, though. Well, make sure you join us back here in 2 hours' time. Massive thanks to Sara. Huge thanks to you guys at home, myself. And it's going to be the return of the Robinson at 7. We'll see you a little bit later for Monday Makers. Take care.